Good afternoon, beautiful souls. I'm Tamara from Soul Blossom Intuitive Energy Healing, and welcome to another round of personal intuitive energetic insights. I'm just going to bring this up on my laptop so I can see comments and wait to see if anyone is going to jump on. Okay, there we go. That's probably going to annoy me, the reflection in my glasses. Just have my glasses off, that works. So, how have we all been? It's been, I don't know, life's a bit weird at the moment. Life's a bit weird at the moment. But good. Not weird bad, weird good. I think lots of energetic upgrades. Thanks, Paula. Hello, and hi, Julianne. Feels like there's a bit of a roller coaster going on. I feel like I'm a bit roller coaster between head and heart at the moment. You know, the things that I know I should do, but I haven't been doing, and the last couple of days I've done absolutely nothing, which is okay too, just by the way. And that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. I've been doing stuff. But yesterday I gave myself permission to just Netflix and chill. That's basically what I did yesterday. And it was freaking amazing just to block out the rest of the world, to switch off and to just, you know, relax, relieve myself of any pressure that we tend to put on ourselves. So, and I've got lots going on, so I feel like I'm always doing stuff. So, and I had plenty to do. I still have plenty to do. Plenty to do. Yeah. But it can wait. It can wait for a day. It's not going anywhere. I need that mental health check. I needed that self-care day. And just to switch off, and it was so good. And I highly recommend, if you feel like you need it, definitely do it, because it's so beneficial. That's how I started my day as well. But I did have to do some work this afternoon, and I just finished what I was doing, so I thought I would jump on and do some readings. They're going to look a little bit different today. I tried this just before. I'm a little bit hesitant because I tried this just before I got cloned last time, and I went through that whole process. So there's a little bit of anxiety there around it, but I think this is going to be the easiest way for me to work with these free readings from now on. Especially now that I do have my mini readings available. So if you've got stuff going on and you need a little bit of clarity about something, or just a redirect, or whatever it is that's going on for you at the time, and you're just looking for something, I do mini readings. They're $25, and you can ask a question or two just to direct me to what you want clarity around. And then I video your reading, so it's quite like these used to be. So, and then I video it and I upload it to YouTube, and you get your own personalized link for your own reading. It's a personal reading. It's a private reading. Only the people with the link can actually access it. So if you don't give it to anyone else, it's just you and me. So you don't have to worry about that. So, and I deliver those within 24 hours. So they get done within 24 hours. So you get an instant reply pretty much. I do still have my 30-minute psychic readings available as well. They're Zoom. They're face-to-face via Zoom, I say. And they're like a bit more of a deep dive into a healing. They're a bit more of a healing as well. Quite enjoy doing those. I quite enjoy doing, just having the opportunity to read for people is one of those things that I love. So, and then I've got my full spread readings. They're about 40 minutes, voice recorded, so you can come back to them, and they give you a good energetic overview of what's going on in your life and what's to come, and a little bit of direction, support. You get extra support with those. I give you tools if that comes up in your reading as well. So they're the big ones. They're $80. So if you are interested in any of those, please send me a private message. And I'm just about to launch. I'm going to actually, doors are open now for my Divine Feminine Unleashed course. It's my introduction course. And it's been downloading for the last couple of weeks. And I've also been living it for the last couple of weeks. So actually I've been living it my whole life, but it's really predominant for me in the last couple of weeks. And I'm really, really excited to be able to bring this, because this is part of my purpose. I don't know if you saw my live stream, my last live stream, which was a bit over a week ago now, where I had the realization, this is what I'm here for. I'm here to empower women. I'm here to help women step back into their authenticity and their truth, and be able to use their voice, and to be able to live their life to the beat of their drum, without the approval or expectations or restrictions that are placed on us by others around us, and even by ourselves as well. So that's basically what the Divine Feminine Unleashed is all about. It's reclaiming your personal power. It's reclaiming your feminine power. It's a deep dive into where you're at, what got you to where you're at, and what you want your future to look like. We look at both the masculine and the feminine. There's daily tracking with the moon cycles and all that sort of stuff. So it's really about touching back to base with your divine feminine self, really. So that doors are open for that right now. I will put a post up a little bit later today with all of the details. It's a 4-week course. We start on the 2nd of March. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to look in its entirety yet. I think a lot of it will just be intuitive, as always, as always. But we start on the 2nd. I'm pretty sure it's the 2nd of March. Probably should have looked that up first. Hang on, let me have a look at the calendar. And we'll be going over a full moon cycle. I'm pretty sure I'm going to do a full moon ceremony. I've never done one before, but I've attended plenty, so we'll see what that comes about. There's ancestral healing, like family karma healing. We really get to deep dive into what blocks we have, what block us from being our beautiful, intuitive, feminine selves. So that keeps us in our masculine as well. Let's see. March. Maybe. Let's do it on the 1st of March. We'll make it the 1st of March because that's a Tuesday. Can I unlock someone's gift? So, sorry, I've got to put my glasses on because I can't read that from here. Speaking of divine feminine empowering, can you unlock someone's gift? So, my job as a healer is to not heal, okay? I know that sounds ridiculous. My job as a healer is not to heal you, all right? Most of our powerfulest healing comes from when we show up and do the work ourselves. So my job as a healer is to give you the tools that you need intuitively to get to the root cause of what it is that's blocking those gifts for you. So So it's not a matter of me uncovering your gifts, unlocking your gifts, right? It's a matter of you diving into what is stopping you from embracing that, because you don't need to unlock your gifts. They're already part of you. You just need to trust it more than anything. Sorry, that's bothering me. You just need to learn to trust it more than anything. So, welcome to everyone that's just arrived. So yes, the unlocking of gifts is something that you do yourself with the support and the guidance and the tools that I can help with as a healer. So my job as a healer is not to heal you. My job as a healer is to give you the tools to heal yourself, so that the next time something comes up, you go, oh, I recognize what this is. I don't need to go anywhere else because I've already got the answers within me, right? Or I've already got the answers here for myself. So, so the healing process is in your hands, right? And that's what I do. I empower people to take back their power, to be able to understand themselves and their intuition, and to create space. And what's the right word? I'm not sure what the right word is. Like, you can do it. Everyone's got it. All right. But we're layered with stuff. We get layered with stuff that makes us believe that we don't have what we need. We don't, that we've got to seek outside of ourselves for the answers or for guidance or for all of the things. Right. But essentially it starts with us. So we should talk. Yes. Well, I would love that. Send me a private message. So the Divine Feminine Unleashed doors are open. We are going to start on, I was just having a look at my calendar. Let's start on the 28th of February because that is a Monday. And everything good starts on a Monday. Isn't that the way it goes? So we'll start on the 28th of February. It's a 4-week course. And it's 222 Australian dollars for those of you around the world. You'll be in a private Facebook group. This course will also be made into an online course. So once that's been created, you will get your your student access to the course as well. But you will have lifetime access to the group and to the course once it's been made up as well. So if you would like more details about that, please send me a private message. But I will put a post up a bit later today to share with you all what it's about. So thank you for that. It's nice to see that I've got lots of people here today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a round of yes pleases. Actually, let's do a round of hearts because the yes pleases are trigger words for Facebook. Which is why I call these personal, intuitive, energetic insights and not free readings anymore, because that's what attracts them to my page. So, so if everyone would like to if anyone who would like a card can pop a heart into the comments, and I'm just going to pick intuitively today. I'll read until my children get off the school bus in about 30 minutes, 40 minutes. And we'll see how we go. So I'll do a reading and then I'll ask for another round of yes pleases, or I'll ask for another round of hearts. So, so yes. I see you there, Annie. I want to give Annie a shout out because she drew cards for me yesterday, which were on point. I haven't answered you yet, but they're very on point. And Annie now owns a deck of Oracle cards, which I'm so pleased about. And yes, that's actually the one that you own, Annie, is one that I actually don't have in my collection. It's one of the few that I don't have in my collection. So that was very, very nice as well. Annie is an EFT practitioner if anyone is interested in that as well. So you were wondering. Yeah, it's one of the few that I don't actually have. It's on my list. I just haven't felt called to purchase it yet. So, which is ironic considering I've got over 90 decks of cards. So I've got enough for now. I keep telling myself. So thank you, Belinda. It's very purple. It does actually need a wash, but shh. I tell people it's my midlife crisis, but really it's just me stepping back into my divine feminine self. Okay, let's see. Who have we got here? Lisa Stagg. I'm going to start with you, sweet. It's a bit warm, so it's just excuse me. Okay, Lisa. That's interesting. I've got a little bit of a tickle in my throat there for you, Lisa. I look a bit tired today. I woke up tired today, just by the way. Been having lots of really epic dreams, and then I wake up and I can't remember them, but I'm in it while I'm in it. It's weird. As long as my subconscious is getting the message. Okay. Lisa Stagg, I'm drawing a card for you right now. Family. I'm going to expand on this because I just want to make sure. Oh, and blessing in disguise. And acceptance. That's really interesting. Joy. So I don't know what's going on with your family, right? I'm pretty sure that we've discussed this before. I'm pretty sure that there's been some blocks or something with your family and you stepping out more into who you are. So I'm pretty sure that you guys are pretty close, but at the same time, you're not showing up 100% as yourself, or you're keeping within their expectations. So I'm wondering if there's something that's going on, something that has been going on with your family, if something has shifted within that core group, or whether you've hit a level of acceptance that this is the way it's going to be. And that would be the blessing in disguise, that you've hit that level of acceptance that this is the kind of relationship that you're going to have with them. And acceptance, and acceptance of self. So it's, they don't believe in what you believe in. Yeah. And you know what? They don't have to. I know that this is I've walked this path myself. I've walked this path myself, and it's really hard. I think the key is self-acceptance. The key is, accepting that this is just who you are, and you're a better person for being in your beliefs. Excuse me. I'm stepping into who I should be. Yes, and it's a beautiful thing. And don't let anyone else's opinions stop you from doing that. And you will find that there will be space. You will need to create space from your family in order for you to do the healing that you need to, because this is not just this lifetime healing. This is ancestral stuff, right? This is stuff that's been passed down. So my children will do, and they're excited for me. Yes. And you doing the work that you are doing right now is contributing to that for them, because they see that it works, right? They see that this is, my kids kind of, they say they don't, some of them do, some bits they get, some bits they don't, but I just allow them to, they hear me, and then they take on whatever what resonates with them, and that's fine with me, because they are their own people. We're lucky that we can bring that to our children, because I didn't have that. I didn't have that growing up, and I'm sure that you didn't either, and I'm sure you don't still now. So I know I've talked about this before, but I live in South Australia. The rest of my family live in Queensland, right? And I love them all very, very much, but this is a degree of separation that I need in order to be able to show up as myself, right? So fully as myself, not within the expectations of the family belief system, family expectations, all of the things. So I think that this is just confirmation for you, Lisa, that you're on the right track, that standing in your own authenticity and just living the life that the way that you want it is perfect, right? Because nobody else gets to live your life. Nobody else gets to tell you how to live your life. So, so keep going. So keep going. Because this is what you're working towards. It's the joy. It's the joy. Okay, so if everyone would like to pop another heart, anyone who'd like a card, if you can pop a heart in the comments, and I will pick another person intuitively. There's still a little bit of a tickle in my throat there for you though, Lisa, so maybe there is something that needs to be said. Okay. So if you would like a card, pop a heart in the comments and I will pick intuitively from those hearts. Jeanette, I'm going to read for you, sweet. I know that you've been home. You've been stuck at home. Okay, let's see. Whew. Okay, Jeanette. Go crazy with boredom. Maybe now is the time to just check back into yourself. Check back in with yourself. So journaling's coming to mind. Journaling. It's one of the most powerful tools I've ever encountered. Time to do a reset. Yeah. It's interesting. I haven't used these cards for ages. Forgiveness. Holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or suffocating your spiritual growth. So, okay, now let's draw another card. Find your center. All right, that makes more sense. And nature. So go outside if you can. Embrace the moment. Okay, so I think that this little experience for you has maybe opened your eyes to who you value and who values you. Because the people that value you will go out of their way to help, you know, when you need it. And the people that don't even acknowledge, right? So the holding on to resentment and anger. So I don't know whether you were hoping that or expecting certain people to help, to be a little bit more helpful. I'm wondering if you are seeing things a little differently with some people. Don't hold on to don't hold on to anger and resentment. Don't hold on to the anger and resentment. Just know that this is a beautiful time for you to recenter yourself. So the first thing that came through when I was shuffling your cards is the journaling. So clearing out, writing out all of the purge journaling, right? You write all of the crap down on a piece of paper or into your journal. All of the resentment, all of the anger, all of the unmet expectations, all of the thoughts that curl around in our head when things look different to the way that we think they should or do. So if you can get that all out, and then I also want you to take stock of where your life is at the moment. What's working in your life, what's not working in your life. Really seeing where you are, where you're at, and whether you're happy there or what needs to change, if something needs to change. And then the other side, the flip side of that is for lack of better description, manifestation journaling, right? It's when you remove all of your restrictions, all of your responsibilities, all of the things all of the excuses that stop us from living from our heart and soul, right? If you had none of that to worry about, what would your life look like? What would you be doing? Who would you be surrounding yourself with? What kind of work would you do? What kind of house would you live in? All the things, right? Because when we do that without the restrictions, that's really what our heart and soul wants, right? That's the life that we actually can live without all of the story, without the story. So finding your center is coming back to who you are. This is a time where you are isolated, right? I don't like using that word, but you are right now. But it's not a bad thing. It's good that you're not surrounded by lots of people. It's good that you don't have lots of people just, showing up and whatnot. As long as you've got those important ones that are helping when you ask for it, the rest don't matter. All right. So this is time to take stock of yourself. Just get your journal out and write. If you're bored, get your journal out and write. All right. And there is no limits. I want to say there is no limits. So when you're writing, when you are doing that manifestation journaling, be really mindful of your thoughts, because, if you're saying, and I'm earning $10,000 a week, right? Just for example, I'm earning $10,000 a week. And in the back of your mind, it goes, yeah, right. As if that's ever going to happen. There's a money block there that needs to be addressed. So if we're really mindful of our thoughts when we're writing these things out, and the things that we feel in our body with that puts tension and stuff in our body, then they're the things that are standing in your way from actually achieving what you're writing on your piece of paper. So spend some time, go sit out in your backyard and with your journal and do that. All right. All right. I say that a lot. Okay. I'm going to ask for another round of hearts, please. So if you would like a card, reading, you need to pop a heart in the comments right now, and I will pick intuitively whoever I am drawn to. Jeanette says, I have a blank journal next to my bed ready to use. Okay, there we go. Spirit's already been guiding you to get yourself the journal. So okay, so if you are live and you would like a card, please put a heart in the comments right now, and I will pick intuitively. Okay, Carrie, I'm going to read for you, sweet. Carrie Johnson. Okay, so if you do miss out, I've only got another 20 minutes. So if you do miss out today, I do mini readings. They are 1 or 2 question readings. They're only 25 Australian dollars. So if you're looking for answers or clarity or something right now, you can book it in for one of those. Just send me a private message. They are delivered within 24 hours of you booking it. So I generally do them first thing in the morning when I wake up. So so you've got that opportunity, and I do have other reading offers that are available as well. So just send me a private message if you do miss out today. Okay, Carrie. You're very welcome, Jeanette. Okay, transparency. Honest, authentic, genuine, present. So the first thing that comes to mind for you, Carrie, is it's time to take off the masks. It's time to take off the masks of expectations. It's time to take off the masks that you have grown over the years to keep yourself safe and to keep yourself protected. And I want to say to keep yourself loved, right? So that you can be what other people need in order to receive something outside of yourself. Okay, water flight. Heaviness lifts, burdens are cast away, weightlessness. Let's see what else we've got here. And reflections. What you contemplate can actualize. All right, so Dark Night of the Soul comes to mind, right? This is the journey that we take when we remove the masks. This is the journey that we take when we face our shadow, when we take a look at all aspects of ourselves, and integrate all aspects of ourselves. And I feel like that's the path that you're on right now, Carrie. And you feel the burden of that right now. Like it's heavy. It's heavy, and it can weigh you down. But I feel like you're doing the right things. Right, you're taking the steps, you're doing the work, you are asking the universe for support. You are a spiritual person, a healer in the making, whether you are doing that right now or not yet. But that is what you're here to do, all right? That is part of who you are. But you're buried under layers. You're buried under layers of other people's thoughts and expectations, other people's beliefs, thoughts and expectations. So it's time to take a look at your thought pattern. It's time to take a look at what you're actually thinking, and whether those beliefs are actually yours. Do I really believe this about ourselves? So a lot of what we think about ourselves, the exact opposite of that is what is actually true for us. Excuse me, that was an energy shift. So I'm saying something right. So, I want to say get out of your head. I want to say get out of your head. The journaling practices would be highly beneficial for you as well, Carrie. Because when you're in your head and what you're focusing on is what you're actually creating for yourself. So when you say, when you said something about unlocking your gifts, just the simple belief that your gifts are locked is what's keeping them stuck. Yeah, just the simple belief that you believe that they're locked up. They're not locked up. They're part of who you are. They might be under a few layers of experiences. But they are part of who you are. And it's just a matter of taking off the layers. You're an onion. Sorry. You're an onion. It's about removing the layers to get to all the good stuff in the middle. You're not really an onion. I didn't mean that. I have kids, all right? I have kids. So what you contemplate can actualize. So let's start focusing on what you actually want. Let's start focusing on what you are trying to bring into your world. That's more in line with who you are and what you want to be doing. I've been working on finding myself. Well, you're not lost. You're not lost. You're not lost at all. You're not lost and need finding. You're hurt and need healing. That's what it comes down to. You just need a healing. You just need to keep working on. I want to say being honest with yourself about everything, about everything. And I know it sounds like, oh, I'm always honest with myself, but you know, when we get to the nitty gritty, sometimes we're like, oh, actually, I think that that's how I think about myself. Oh, that's how I feel about myself, really. So, do you have support, Carrie? Do you have support? Are you signing up to do courses that feel like that you're called to? Are you part of groups that support this, support the spiritual awakening? You know, are you seeking little bits and pieces? So for me, I've signed up to like 100 different courses over the last 5 years. And the only one I completed was Trust Your Intuition, and that was the course content itself. I haven't actually finished the certification yet. But in saying that, there were all these little bits and pieces out of each course that I signed up for that resonated with me, that I needed to hear at that time, that changed my trajectory. Like I needed those little bits and pieces. So even if I never finished any of them, I already gained from what it was that I was called to sign up to them in the first place. So, I do like to myself to get through some days. Some are scams, or are they? Are you called to scams? This is a belief. This is a belief. Oh, I do lie to myself. Okay. To get through some days, but you shouldn't have to. That's the point. You shouldn't have to. And is it really lying to yourself if you are, if you are, you only have to lie to yourself if you're focusing on all the things that you think are wrong, right? So if all you can see is all the things that are wrong and negative and bad, that you perceive to be wrong and negative and bad, then you don't see the way forward. I'm doing 100 Days of Happiness challenge right now, where I'm making myself look for joyful moments. That sounds like a task, doesn't it? So the 100 Day of Happiness challenge, which you guys may or may not have been following along on my page, has been about just finding those moments each day that bring me joy. And I post about 1 or 2 of them every day, but the more I'm in this 100 Days of Happiness, the more I see the things that bring me joy. And it's not like big things. Most of the time it's not big things. Sometimes it can be just as simple as hearing my son laugh from another room, right? It can be as simple as folding and putting away the last load of laundry. That never happens. That never happens. But you get my point. You get my point. So it's what we focus on. So if you're lying to yourself, then it's something that you perceive to be wrong with you, but it's not actually wrong. It's not actually wrong. And if you can shift that focus onto, you know, the joy that's actually in your life, if you can find yourself, if you can make yourself look for the joyful moments every day, then that's what you'll be looking for. And that's what I found, like even on the toughest days. And it's been a pretty rough, last month was rough. It was really rough. And even even moments last week for me, and there was a day where I was like, oh, I don't know if I've got anything to post about. And the more I thought about it, the more I was like, oh, well, this happened and this happened. Oh, and that was really awesome. And before I knew it, there were all these things that had happened during the day. But because I was in that, oh my God, it was such a hard day mindset, I didn't realize that it was there. So what you contemplate, you actualize. It's time to lift the burdens that you've placed on yourself. The card that actually comes to mind, I'll see if I can find it. It's going to be like the last card, so that's the way it goes. No, I'm going to find it right now. It's going to be here. Let's keep going. Nearly. Soul cage. Soul cage. Rescue, escape from captivity and restrictions. So the only restrictions that we have are the ones that we place on ourselves. So Carrie says, I relate to the laundry thing. It's never done. It's like the dishes. Anyway. Thank you so much. I didn't want to take much more of your time. Someone here I'm sure needs to hear a message from you more than I at this time. I'll private message you again. Thank you. You are very welcome. All right. So one more round of hearts. What are we at? Yeah, one more round of hearts. Let's see how we go. I think that there was a lot of beautiful messages in there for everyone that was watching. I know that there was a lot of that related to me as well. So if you are still live and you would like a card, please pop a heart in the comments. Or a yes, or something to indicate that you would like a card. So Divine Feminine Unleashed, doors open. This is just a small part of what we touch on in the Divine Feminine Unleashed. So it's really about getting to the nitty-gritties, getting to the core of it. There'll be meditations, there will be live trainings, there will be lots of journaling prompts, there will be some EFT, so energy tapping, which I'm going to talk about on live stream soon, I think, because I'm actually doing my certification right now, and it's a super powerful tool. So that'll be part of the process as well. We're going to aim to clear out as many blocks as we possibly can. Blocks, I don't like that word. Restrictions, maybe. No, I don't like that word either. The English language can be so inadequate sometimes. Okay. Okay. Belinda, I'm going to read for you, sweet. Okay. Belinda Jones. Oh, that one's definitely yours. Endurance, keep going. So I want to say right before we make that breakthrough, right before we have that breakthrough moment, everything feels like the world is against us, but you've just got to push through. That's what I want to say. Just push through, because when you come out the other side, it's only beautiful things. Only beautiful things. Let's see what else we've got. Oh, there's a card that's upside down. That's one of carries. Okay. Yeah, well, that's interesting. Breathe. I say breathe. Breathing deep, entering into life, exchange of life, bringing energies. Corals of wisdom. Sorry about the reflections there. Colony, delicacy, fragility, works that are created over great periods of time. Okay. Works that are created over a great period of time. Keep going. All right. Don't stop. Don't feel like get overwhelmed. Don't feel like you're not getting anywhere. Don't feel like you are on the wrong track or it's too much or you're not getting results fast enough or whatever it is. Keep going. All right. This is about the beautiful things that you're in the, like, it's time to step into it. Like you're doing it. You're doing it. All right. And you're on the right track. You can't get it wrong. All right. If you're following your heart and soul, you can't get it wrong. So remember to breathe. Remember to breathe when you are in those moments where you feel like you are completely in it and overwhelmed, and you want to give up, or even if something goes wrong and it's not the way, or it doesn't look the way you wanted it to, just take a moment to stop. Take a moment to stop and to breathe and to recenter yourself, to ground yourselves. You know, the breath is one of the most powerful tools that we have. It's the first thing we do when we come into the world, and it's the last thing we do before we go out of it. Right? And, you know, those moments in between the inhale and the exhale, those little moments of stillness and of peace, that's where the gold lies, right? That's where our truth lies. That's where our deeper connection lies. So taking that moment to take a nice deep breath and holding it, and then exhale and then hold it, and finding that peaceful, that moment of stillness in between the breath, brings you back to center, brings you connected, makes you present, right? Keeps you present in the moment. And it will also bring clarity, so your mind's not racing if you can bring yourself back to that breath. Because the card at the bottom is about rituals as well. So I don't know whether you do yoga, but that just dropped into my head. So the doing yoga, and I think it's vinyasa. I know it's a higher level, a higher rate of kind of yoga, which I love. I get bored doing slow yoga, funnily enough. But the vinyasa is the breath to movement. So one movement to each breath and to each inhale. So it brings the focus back to center, and that's really what you need. So if you don't do yoga, or you have thought about doing yoga, now is the time to start. And if not, just doing some kind of, I'm gone for a while. Yeah, just doing some kind of breath work. Excuse me, maybe I've got something to get off my chest. That's interesting. So yes, keep going. Even when you feel like you're not getting anywhere and it's too overwhelming and it's too hard, keep going, because you're on the right track. All right, I'm going to do one more. The kids are going to come through the door in like 4 minutes. So, Julianne, I'm going to read for you if you're still here, because I nearly read for you last time. So, Julianne. Excellent. So if you're here and you've missed out, please consider booking in for a mini reading. They are $25, and they are you get an answer within 24 hours with your own personal little video. So they are available if you're going through something right now and you really need some help, clarity with it. And the Divine Feminine Unleashed is, the doors are open. All right, we start on the 28th of February. It's a 4-week course, $222. It's nice and cheap to start with. For the first round, my introductory course. Oh my gosh, I'm a bit excited and I'm very nervous. So no, I'm nervous, but I'm more excited. Okay, Julianne, let's see what the cards have to say for you, sweet. Before I pull one of those, these cards were like, you've got to pick me up off the shelf. Full disclosure, I'm about to use swear words. So if you're sensitive to sort of language, I would mute or something. So these are the very honest oracle cards. I know it's back to front. All right, that one jumped out. Okay, Julianne, acknowledge your past, unfuck your future. So there's something that you're holding on to in your past right now that's stopping you from moving forward. And as soon as you acknowledge it and let it go, not even let it go, as soon as you acknowledge it and integrate it, then it's not going to hold power over you anymore, and it means you can move forward. Let's see what else we've got. I kind of want to say, you know, the past is in the past for a reason. Things are in the past for a reason. They move through our lives for whatever they are here to teach us. And then they move, then they leave. All right. Things happen to teach us. You know, we've got this wealth of experiences that all go into our toolkit that we can use down the track. So it's not a matter of holding on to the experience, but actually learning the lesson, and letting the experience go. So what else have we got here? Get off your fucking ass and move. All right. So now is the time to do it. All right. Don't keep putting it off. Don't keep making excuses. Don't keep saying I'll deal with it later, because now is the time. All right. And it's going to be a lot easier doing it now than waiting down the track. You are seriously incredible. Nice one to finish up on. Oh, look at this. Whoa. Where the fuck did that thought come from? That thought came from this thing in the past. All right. And it's time to move through that. It's time to let it go. It's time to, I don't want to say that. Let it go. Acknowledge and integrate. All right. It's time to acknowledge and integrate, and then close the storybook, close the chapter on that story, should I say. All right. I'm going to leave that there. I just heard the bus go past. So thank you all so very much. If you would like a reading, if you'd like some more information about anything, please send me a private message, and I'll get all those details out to you as soon as I possibly can. So thank you so much, and big love to you all. Have an amazing day.